Hello, my name is Rika and welcome back to my channel. Did you know that there are different levels of financial status? Mostly kasi we define our status into extremes, mahirap or mayaman, minsan merong sakto lang. Pero bakit mo ba kailangang malaman kung ano ang financial status mo? The main point here is we have to understand kung nasaan tayo sa levels na to know what would be our game plan and to give ourselves a foresight on how we can progress through these levels. This is with the assumption na lahat naman tayo ay gusto ng maayos na buhay and komportableng lifestyle. So let's discuss the 6 levels of financial status. Level 1 is dependency. This is our state from the very beginning. Wala pa tayong capacity to stand on our own in all areas of our lives, not only in the financial aspect. In this level, it can drag into years from our childhood until the early stages of our working lives, from 0 to early 20s on average. Perhaps, there will be a time na meron na tayong konting income, but still not enough to support our living expenses entirely. For example, I started working when I was 17 or 18. Although I was already starting to earn, I used the money to support my studies. Pero other than that, nakatira pa din ako with my family. And I still depend on them for my basic needs. So if you are still requesting support from anyone, then you are still definitely on this stage. Second level is paycheck to paycheck. This is the time na meron na tayong income pero hindi pa ganun ka-secured. Lahat ng kita natin ay sakto lang sa expenses natin, as in break-even lang. May mga times na hindi pa ganun ka-comfortable ang buhay and you would need to resort to some credit card debts or mangutang sa iba if there is something na wala sa regular budget. Say for example, nasiraan ka ng sasakyan or may bigla ang health emergency. Simply because you are still in the process of finding your feet na kailangan mong mabalance yung income mo with your financial obligations. Kaya medyo hindi pa talaga ganun katatag ang finances mo. Level 3 is steady mode. At this stage, stable na ang cash inflow to cover all your basics plus may surplus cash ka na din. Medyo level up na din ng konti, yung comfort ng buhay, meron ka ng quote-unquote stable na trabaho. Or baka meron kang small business that can provide a little extra. Nasa equation ka na ang income mo is greater than your expense. Parang ito yung average level. Baka nakakabili ka na din ng mga bagay-bagay like sasakyan or nag-iipon ka na din ng pambili ng real properties. Although, ang pinaka-concern naman dito is dependent ka pa din dun sa source of income mo na kapag suddenly nawala, ay problema. Siguro, makaka-survive ka naman for a period of time. Depende sa nakaprepare mong emergency fund. Kagaya ng current situation ngayon, some people are experiencing the economic impact ng health crisis and unfortunately, they're going back to square one. Probably naguluhan ka, no? Kasi ang sabi ko, stable, pero hindi pa din safe. Nandito kasi yung challenge. Alam mo yung nasa comfort zone ka, pero I'd say na nasa rat race ka pa din. This is a crucial spot to be in. Kasi nasa stage ka nga naman ng pwede na, and nababayaran mo naman yung bills mo, and meron ka ding konting ipon. Kaya parang ang hirap makita nung need na umalis ka pa sa comfort zone mo and work towards the next level. So, ang masasabi ko lang, depende pa din naman talaga ito sa'yo. If you are confident na kaya mong masustain yung stability mo and you are happy at this level, wala naman din sigurong masama as long as aware ka sa risks. Kasi iba't iba naman ang nakaset natin na goals. Pero the greater the goals that we will achieve, the better. Level 4. Security. This level is a notch higher dahil sa level na to, under control mo na ang lahat ng financial obligations mo. And for some, ito yung tinatawag nilang debt-free stage. Pero I would not dwell so much on the concept of being debt-free. Siguro sa akin, ang priority ay ma-eliminate yung mga bad debts like credit card debts and consumer debts. Pero kung good debts naman, in the sense na bumili ka ng property investments, which are likely to be long-term anyway, it's a work in progress na part ng pag-build mo ng next level. So, ano nga ba ang stage na to? This is the time na yung extra funds na naipon mo ay nagagamit mo na to work for you. Hindi lang siya natutulog sa bank, pero nagsa-start ka na ding mag-venture into investing. This will be a long process, but in time, this will create sources of income bukod sa regular job mo. It can be from stock investments, property investments, or a business venture. This will give you the security kasi kahit mawala ang isa sa kanila, meron ka ba ding ibang mapagkukuhan ng funds. So, kaya mo pa ding masustain ang expenses and ang lifestyle mo. Level 5, Financial Freedom. This is the stage na you are already collecting the income from the multiple income streams you have created. You have the freedom to do other things apart from working. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin kailangan hindi ka na nagtatrabaho para papunta ka sa stage na to. It only means that you don't have to if you don't want to. You have the luxury of time to pursue other activities, not having to think about your financial needs. You can already afford to buy things na hindi price ang major consideration. You can go for holidays na hindi mo na pinoproblema ang budget. And if you have reached this stage, congratulations! Enjoy the freedom kasi nakawala ka na sa rat race. For sure, marami ang gustong makarating sa level na to. And the truth is, hindi naman imposible if you are willing to put in the equivalent amount of hard work to it with a burning desire to achieve it. We have to be ready and be prepared. Kaya kailangan ngayon pa lang ay ine-enhance na natin ang financial literacy natin para ma-attain kung ano yung mga financial goals na naiset natin. Level 6, Financial Abundance. This is the status na covered na talaga hindi lang ang retirement mo, but also you can pass on the legacy to the succeeding generations. And to top it up, ito yung stage na you can already start a charity or a foundation and become a philanthropist. Not only yung lifestyle mo ang nag-level up, but also your capacity to share your blessings in a larger scale. Yes, we can and we should also share sa mga previous levels. But because we have our own needs to take care of, medyo restricted or limited lang yung kakayahan natin dati. It will be fulfilling if we get to this stage and to have a greater purpose in life. Being abundant can only be good if we can share it with others. So ngayon, I am still in the process of building my wealth. Nagsaset ako ng goals ko to achieve one step at a time. This is with the intention of energizing my wealth not only for my personal consumption, but also to be able to touch other people's lives in the process. I know na marami pa rin akong kailangan matutunan. Kaya kagaya ng sabi ko sa previous videos, ang purpose ko is to build this community na makapag-interact tayo to learn from each other's experiences and come out as better individuals. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time!